This is BAWLER. Hello, I have prepared an important and interesting video for you. Subscribe and write in the comments what you think about it. Russia once promised that the T-14 Armata would revolutionize modern warfare. It was supposed to be a super tank that terrified NATO, humiliated the West, and dominated the battlefield. Yet, nearly a decade later, the T-14 has hardly appeared in Ukraine, and when it has failed to deliver any significant results. Instead of smashing Ukrainian defenses, it has broken down in Red Square. To understand this failure, we need to examine what made Soviet tanks successful for almost 50 years. Soviet tank design revolved around three core principles: mass production, battlefield effectiveness, and logistical simplicity. Starting with the legendary T-34 during World War II, they prioritized the firepower, protection, mobility triangle, but tailored it to maximize quantity over individual performance. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union became the most prolific tank producer in history. The T-54/55 series alone reached over 100,000 units, and the T-64, T-72, and T-80 combined exceeded 44,000 units. This mass production, coupled with standardization, meant crews could transfer between models with minimal retraining, spare parts could be interchangeable, and production lines could switch between designs without major retooling. The Soviets also emphasized firepower, fielding bigger guns than NATO, and pioneering smoothbore barrels, advanced sabot rounds, and autoloaders. Innovations NATO later adopted but perfected more slowly. Soviet tanks were built for the specific conditions of Eastern Europe: low profiles for concealment, wide tracks for mud and snow, and robust engineering for conscript crews with limited training. The T-14 Armata abandoned this philosophy. Weighing 55 tons, it depends on advanced electronics, precision manufacturing, and complex software. Its unmanned turret keeps the crew safe in an armored capsule, but makes the tank entirely reliant on electronic systems for targeting and situational awareness. When these systems work, they can surpass Western designs, but when they fail, the T-14 becomes an expensive, immobile target. Unlike older Soviet tanks, which could operate with purely optical sights, the T-14's gunner is helpless if electronic systems are jammed or damaged. Software failures are especially dangerous, and in 2015, during a parade rehearsal, a T-14 famously broke down in Red Square, an embarrassment that highlighted the vulnerabilities of overcomplicated systems in real combat conditions. Production has been another disaster. Initially, Russia promised 2,300 T-14s by 2020, but by 2025, fewer than 20 have been produced. Less than 1% of the goal. Corruption, inflated contracts, missed deadlines, and dependence on foreign technology have crippled the program. Sanctions have cut off access to critical components like French thermal imagers and German electronics, forcing Russia into inferior domestic substitutes. Export hopes have collapsed too. Major buyers like India and China have either developed their own designs or stuck with cheaper, proven Soviet-era models. Without foreign sales, the unit cost skyrockets, making it unaffordable even for Russia's own army. Some analysts estimate the true cost could reach $8 million per tank, far above initial claims. But the biggest problem is that the T-14 was designed for large-scale battles against NATO, not the drone-saturated war in Ukraine. Its defenses were built to counter expensive missiles, not swarms of cheap FPV drones that can overwhelm even the most advanced systems. A single T-14 costs the same as thousands of drones, making it a poor investment in today's battlefield economics. Because of its extreme cost, maintenance demands, and vulnerability, the few T-14s that exist are too valuable to risk in combat. Even Russia's military leadership seems unwilling to deploy them, relying instead on upgraded T-72s and T-80s. This leaves the T-14 as more of a propaganda tool than a real weapon. Perhaps the only stealth system it truly excels at is staying off the battlefield entirely. The T-14 Armata's story is a microcosm of Russia's military-industrial failure: grand promises, underfunded realities, corruption, over-reliance on foreign tech, and a complete mismatch between design philosophy and modern warfare. After years of catastrophic tank losses, the supposed crown jewel of Russian armor remains hidden, unused, and irrelevant in the war it was never built to fight.